what kids really face in youth sports. Parents, I want you to imagine this. Your kid walks into practice, cleats all laced up, ready to play the game that they once loved. They're sitting there, ready to go, and they look down at their cleats and they say, I don't want to be here anymore. You see, that's what tons of kids around America are saying right now. 70% of kids are quitting sports by 13 years old. So what's happening and why are we seeing a decline in kids actually continuing to play sports? What's happening right now is an early specialization of kids picking one position, one sport, and specializing there for the rest of their career. The other thing that's happening is the pay-to-play model for your travel teams, your select teams, or some of you may call it daddy ball, or some of you understand when you go to the showcase, when you're going to these travel tournaments, how much money is actually involved in this type of pay-to-play model where so many families can't afford those same opportunities. Now, we're not making this conversation about money. We're making this conversation about our kids. See, youth sports used to be fun. It used to be where foundation and principles met and kids could learn the boundaries and the rules of the game. Most kids only want to play the sport so that they can have fun with their friends. But what we're seeing is that most kids are being stripped of the joy that comes along with actually playing the game. With early specialization of kids, other kids are being left out because they're not getting an opportunity to get on the field. Now, we all know what daddy ball looks like, and we've all heard the term or phrase before. Is daddy ball ruining youth sports / pay-to-play model? Is this ruining youth sports? Is this ruining our athletes? And is this creating a different future for sports in general? Because now we have the NIL deal. We have these different branding packages where these companies can come in way before these kids go pro and ink a deal to make the amount of money that's probably significantly more than they would actually make in the pros. Because the pool of money that is there for sports, say in collegiate, even upper high school tiers, there's a lot of money in those pools. And youth sports is becoming the same way. We already see the Little League World Series on ESPN every single year. And we're starting to see more youth sport events on national television. So as youth sports continue to grow and broaden, because not everybody wants to play football, lacrosse, basketball, soccer. Maybe they want to do water polo. Maybe they want to do another type of activity, bowling or kickball. There's all type of sports for kids to play. The problem is we have to keep it foundational and keep it about the principles. If we turn it into something where it's about the money, we're going to ruin our kids. But how's their growth? What's transferring to life? Because these are student athletes. And a lot of times athletes get treated like they're just products. So understand, if we start treating youth athletes like they're products, then what are we saying to those human beings? What are we saying to the youth sports as a whole? Those are humans. Youth sports has to get back to the fundamental principles if we want to see youth sports actually survive and not die out. Because it's going to get ruined. It's going to get ruined to the point where the only people you're watching play youth sports, the only people you're going to be watching play youth sports is the people that paid to create their team and they're just out here running around having fun. There's no fundamental principles. There's no foundational set point. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about kids, so we're talking about developing kids. But we can't have 70% of kids quitting sports by 13. Why? 13, you're just now discovering what you can do. They should be out there having fun. So parents, we're not going to let this affect us. We're going to take back the hold off of youth sports. Take the hold off. And we're going to step forward with the best strategy that we can, and that is encouraging athletes to keep going and keep pushing, but also encouraging parents to sign up or play for teams that are putting their kid in the best situation to learn the fundamentals and build the best foundation for learning and growth. Let's work.